everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to sit down and chat about something really close to my heart: the journey of healing and the courage it takes to face our own pain. So grab your favorite drink, find you a really comfy spot, and let's dive into this together. For the longest time, I've lived behind a mask. The kind of mask that smiles and says everything is fine, when really deep down, things are far from okay. I thought by ignoring my pain, it would somehow disappear. But here's the thing, it didn't. I want to share this with you because I know I'm not in this alone. The first step to healing is acknowledging your pain. It sounds simple, I know, but it's one of the hardest things to do. It's about admitting to our own selves. I admitted to my own self more than anyone else that I was hurting. You may be hurting, and that's okay. It's okay not to be okay all of the time. And this came about because I'm just over it. I'm tired of things are okay when they really were not okay. And I couldn't get past it if I didn't acknowledge it. It's just like somebody going to AA or whatever anonymous for an addiction. At some point, you get tired of it and you have to turn around. And so now, reaching that turning point, that moment when I decide to stop pretending and start healing, it's different for everybody. Yours won't be the same as mine. But for me, it was on a day I just couldn't hold it together anymore. I was exhausted emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And so that exhaustion led to a serious realization for me. I was giving power to my pain by ignoring it. The moment I started talking about it, acknowledging it, and it was like I had taken the first breath after being underwater for way too long. And so it took me coming into a place with Christ to realize that I did not have to stay in this place of feeling like I was alone, feeling like I was living on this island by myself, and that no one else was going through what I was going through. And I had to appear, in my perspective, to everyone that everything was okay when it really was not okay. And so opening up about your struggles and the things that you're going through is a very scary thing to do. It's completely scary. I was terrified of being judged by other people, what other people would think, how would that affect my career, how would that affect my relationships with people. And I thought it would be seen as a sign of weakness, that you're weak if you are going through anything, if everything is not tip top and everything is not okay, you would be seen as weak. But here's what I discovered: opening up was the key to my healing. It was the key to my healing. It wasn't a place that I needed to stay in all by myself. And so it connected me to other people. It connected me to a community of people who understood, who had been there. And so I started sharing how opening up and coming out and doing my affirmations and talking about self-love and loving yourself and talking about wanting to be healed, I found other people that I connected to that were facing some of the same issues. So henceforth, that's why I'm sitting before you today, to share this bit of information with you so that you know you are not in it alone. You don't have to face it alone. And there is a community of people that you can connect with. I love this quote, and I have not been able to find this quote any place since and I heard it years ago. And it said that the warrior who always fights needs another warrior who they can break down and cry in front of and still be considered to be that same warrior, even though they broke down. And I love that. I'm paraphrasing it because I know that's not the correct quote. But I love that because There are people in our lives who completely expect for us to be the strong people, to be the strong one, the one that everybody could lean on. And that's who I was in my entire family. I was that person who everybody could lean on. If you needed something, you could lean on me. If it was to pay a bill, if it was to help you out of a situation, whatever the case it was, if you needed me to hold your money for whatever reason for you to say, I mean, I don't care what it was. If you needed a shoulder to cry on, if you was going through something and you needed somebody, they needed somebody to vent to, I was that person. I was always there for everybody else while they were going through their issues. So I got this persona about myself that I needed to be the strong one. I needed to be the one that everybody else could lean on. So I couldn't appear weak. Because what would my relationship with these people be after they found out that I was going through some things too, that I was struggling, that I was crying, and then picking myself up and wiping my tears and saying everything is okay? I know the Bible teaches us, like the woman, when the prophet was coming, her son had died, and when the assistant to the servant to the prophet was approaching her and asking her how was things, and she said all is well. I get that. That's to say all is well is a sign of faith, but things are not always well, and that is okay. We can have our moment to cry. We can have our moment to go through. But yes, don't stay there. At the end of that moment, get up and say, all is well, because that means that I'm not going to let this thing take me out. I'm not going to let this thing take me down. But I'm hurting. I'm hurting. This thing, but yet I have a God who says that I am not alone. And that this is probably the most important part, because you cannot do this on your own. You cannot do it with other people. Misery loves company, so you can't do this with other folks that are miserable. You need to be surrounded by people who understand, people who are facing their own challenges, but yet in a place of faith, in a place of hope, they can still say, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. We can talk about it. And I thank God that I've gotten to a point that I have at least one of those people in my life. She has become a good friend. And she'll call me and check on me. Hey, how's it going? And instead of me saying, oh, all is well, that's how I started out. All is well. All was not always well. And so I actually was able in the midst of me wanting to be in this place of healing and fighting for my healing, I started talking to this friend. And guess what? She didn't see me as weak. She didn't judge me. She lifted me up. Okay, this what you going through? Okay, well, we being the key phrase, not this what you need to do. She said, well, we need to get you out. We need to do this or that. Get you out of that place that you're in. And she can call me, or I could text her and ask her, even if she asks me how I'm feeling and I'm not okay, well, what about you? She got some things on her mind as well, and we can talk about it and not be in this place of feeling like we are completely alone, because we are not alone. So if you're afraid to open up, it's completely normal. But remember this, your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid, and there are people out here who want to listen and to support you. I didn't think people wanted to listen to me. Why would somebody want to hear what I'm going through? Guess what? They may want to hear it because they might be the answer to the issue that I'm facing. Somebody could be the answer to the issue, the situation, the circumstance, the tribulation that you are going through. But because you are too afraid to open up to them, you won't get your answer. You won't get your freedom. You won't get your delivery because you're afraid. But you don't have to be afraid. I feel like this channel, it is and will be a safe place for people like you and me, because this is the place where I will be coming to open up about life. I don't want to sugarcoat. I don't want to hide. I want to be transparent, because I want to walk in the fullness of healing. I want to walk in that place that God said that I could walk in, and I don't have to hide. This is not a season for me to hide. This is a season for me to take on this healing journey, face forward, and move in this journey. And I can only do that through honesty with myself. I could be completely honest with God if I could be completely honest with myself. Most of the time, we can't go to God and tell him what it is that we're going through, or talk about, the real issue, or get to the root of a problem, because we won't even be honest with ourselves about what we're facing. We won't be honest with ourselves about what is hurting us. We try to mask it. We mask it. We put on this mask, this front, and cover it up. Like the babies, when you play hide and seek with them, or a peekaboo, you do the peekaboo when you cover your face, they can't see you. They really believe that you have disappeared. They believe that you have disappeared until you move them hands and take the mask away from your face. And what do? They open up in surprise. They giggle. I don't know why that's my reference, but they giggle. But even moving past childhood, infancy, as adults, it just becomes we do it in a different way. We put this invisible mask on our face, and we walk around like everything is okay. Guess what? Everything you see on social media, everybody ain't okay. We love to put all of the good things out there, but we don't want people to actually see what is happening in our lives. I've been going through for years, and even though I probably got way more testimonies of the goodness of God in my life, yes, I still struggle. Yes, there's still things that I am facing even today. Even today, as I sit here talking to you, there are things that are on my heart because I'm going through them. But I'm acknowledging the fact that they exist. Over the last few days, I've already known how to I know what it is to be present in the moment, but I have been practicing being present in the moment to connect with myself so that I can connect with my future self. Because what do I see in my future? What do I see in my future? I see happiness. And that's a decision, not something that somebody could give to me. It's a decision. I see me being fully healed, even though right now I'm suffering with an issue in my body. And everything in my mind tells me it's never gonna go away. But guess what? I've been through it before. That don't help with the it's never going away. But I know that healing exists for me, but I have to be aware. I can't walk around thinking or ignoring the fact that I have this issue and pretending like it don't exist. I got to address this daily. And the only way that I can see the healing from it is to face it and to address it for what it is. It's an infliction in my body. Okay, Jesus been there. He done that. So here I am. If he could go through it, I can get through it. But I need to acknowledge the fact that it exists, right? So we're going to move into the healing journey. Healing is not a straight line. It's a journey with ups and downs, twists and turns, round the circle, round the mountain, and back again. That is what healing is. There are days when you feel like you back at square one. I may have made the greatest of achievements and hit a new level. And then a few days later, I feel like I'm back at square one. What happened? How did I get back here? I'm going to share. Just this last quarter of 2023, after suffering for over a year, back in 2022 into 2023, the last quarter, September through December, things took a complete 180, made a turn in my finances, right? We on the up and up. I done paid off some debts. I want to be debt free. I'm going to do this and that. I'm on my entrepreneur journey. I'm still working my full-time job, but I know God going to do this and that. And guess what? Here we are in March, and I feel like I'm back at square one. What happened? And I thank God for the prophecy of that came yesterday about finding clarity, because I do feel like I've had a cloud of confusion over my head, because I'm trying to figure out, how did I get back to square one when my goal was to do this with all that I made in the last quarter, right? How did I get back here? I didn't spend frivolously. I didn't go buy unnecessary junk. I paid my tax. I gave my all those sorts of things. How did I get back here? It feel like I'm back at square one. And guess what? That's okay. That's okay. Each day, each step is a part of the process. I just have to know how to acknowledge, okay, I'm back at this point. So where do I need to go from here? I'm not going to go backwards. We're not going backwards. I'm going to keep going forward. And so embrace the messy, embrace the uncomfortable, the beautiful process of healing. That's what it is. Allow yourself to feel what you're going through, to grieve, and then to grow from it. Everything we go through is a lesson for us to learn. So remember, healing starts with honesty, with yourself and also with others. I'm not saying you got to go talk to any and everybody, but you find your own circle, those people that you can trust. And you may not even know who that is right now, but ask for guidance. Ask for guidance. Name it and claim it. And you will have just that. This here is a place. Trust me, I'm not judging nobody. I ain't got room to. If you knew my story, I don't have room to. All I want to see is every one of us win. I want to see all of us be on that healing journey to get what God has for us and keep it moving. That's my goal. So what's the takeaway from all of this? It's that it's okay to be hurt and it's okay to need time to heal. It's okay. Don't be afraid to reach out, to speak up, and to take the first step towards your healing. Don't be afraid. Take the first step. I promise you, if you take the first step, as Martin Luther King said, the whole staircase will appear. But you continue to take step by step. This is a journey. We're not focused on a destination. We're focused on the journey. I hope by sharing my story, I've helped you in some way. If you're going through something similar, know that you are not alone. We're all here, and together, we can navigate the path of healing. We can navigate the path of healing. Thanks for sitting down with me and chatting with me. If you want to share your own experience or your thoughts, please leave a comment down below. Let's support each other. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it with someone who might need to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I'll leave a link down in the description. I have a course, Holistic Healing from Within. Check out that course. It's a 3-week course. I am walking on this journey with you through healing. I don't want to be the only healed person around here. And I know other people are going through their healing journey. But I'm focused on my healing, and I'm focused on those who would be connected to me, who would join this community, who are seeking the same healing for whatever it is that they're facing and that they're going through. So check out that course. I'll put the link in the description. I love you guys. Remember, healing is a journey, not a destination. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.